Chief to new arrivals. Could have used you sooner, but welcome just the same. I'm in the mansion, command center. Injured, but intact. Most everyone else is... well, you've got eyes. Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready for anything.
Molotov out!
Fletcher to Alpha. 3 Janus science staffers are missing somewhere in your AO. Locate and extract. I'm counting on their expertise to end this outbreak.
Hurt? Good.
Bonus points.
If I get a complex because of you, I'm gonna need to switch careers. Seriously, all I do is deal with boxes. See, was that so hard? You don't always need to be such a massive twat.
Keep pushing. We need to find out what caused all this, even if it turns out it was us.
Insta-kill.
Better I gamble here than some dodgy warehouse poker game. Those fuckers cheat. Wouldn't try to unlock the knockoff on me, would you? You ain't that stupid.
Rapid Response Team Alpha, Security Chief Blanchard. I'll copy. I've barricaded the command center. Not a little dinged up. I'll live. See if there's anyone left to save. Body cam's live. I'll keep eyes on them.
Chuck a Molotov!
I want to perform their favorite song, which you know they love is Super. Yeah, that song. Oh, maybe I think about it. You know what? Slow it down. Say, ladies, do me this song. Oh, you
Listen up. We've got 3 scientists unaccounted for, last seen in town. Locating and extracting them is now your top priority.
Wouldn't surprise me if this was the same one that Pandora chick owned. He's pretty, but can he type?
You know, the people who lived here trusted us. We failed them, and I can't even explain how.
Mum always told me to stop picking up scabs. Some things never change.
Bonus points.
Get it on the floor. You really got to do it for the instead of music. Bigger than music. You really got to do it. They try to break the game, but you keep making noise. They get all that like that. Hey, I'm tripping. I'm sliding on the front. Do it back like this. Show certified with kids, I'm no running up the stores. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some more. Oh, flush, fully death row. Say, Drake, I hit you like a gun. If you like him, I'm gonna feel black one. They probably told me they love. Just make sure that I just go to the problem. They tell me jump, the only one that gets your head down. Party at the party, playing with his girls down. What the hell, you can't spot me around. Certified, never boy, certified.
Rapid Response Team Alpha, Security Chief Blanchard. I'll copy. I've barricaded the command center. Got a little dinged up. I'll live. See if there's anyone left to save. Body cam's live. I'll keep eyes on them.
Molotov lit.
up. We've got 3 scientists unaccounted for, last seen in town. Locating and extracting them is now your top priority.
It's a relief. I was sure you'd have me over a barrel. Again. Well, that's just good, clean fun, isn't it?
And that's Vice President J.D. Vance with me here exclusively last weekend on President Trump's plans to use tariffs as a tool to advance his agenda and raise revenue to cut into the $36 trillion national debt. On Friday, President Trump hinted that he will be announcing more tariffs this upcoming week, specifically reciprocal tariffs and potentially on Europe. So what should we expect? Joining me now is the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller. Stephen, it's wonderful to have you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, it's great to be here.
We'll start with tariffs, sir, because I know markets are focused on this very closely. It was told by a source that President Trump is going to enact reciprocal tariffs against Europe, but it's going to be more than just reciprocal. He's also going to add on more to the tariff to cover the VAT tax, which Europe charges us, a VAT tax. So, can you tell us what we are expecting next week?
You give me an axe, I'm gonna turn
Well, I
you
don't want to get ahead of the president's announcement, but I do want to explain a very important point the president feels very strongly about.
God. Looks like
Other
I'm gonna
nations
arrest
all
the
around the
Alaska.
world use the VAT to get an unfair trade advantage against the United States. Did you know when you ship a car from the United States to Europe, in all, because of course they have many non-tariff barriers, that between the VAT and duties, that car is taxed at 30%. A German car or a European car sent to America is taxed at 2.5%, or basically zero. This is a major reason why the U.S. auto industry has been getting hammered and hemorrhaging jobs for so long. It is massively unfair treatment, and the president's making clear that we are going to pursue a policy of reciprocity. In other words, if we're getting charged 30% by Europe, then we need to charge them 30% in return. If they want to be charged less than 30%, they're going to have to lower their barriers so that it's fair and equal and, yes, reciprocal treatment. Here's another area where Europe is engaging in predatory practices. They are fining our tech companies billions and billions of dollars. These are revenues and jobs that should be here in the United States. Tech companies are subject to digital taxes, censorship, and onerous financial penalties that are tens of billions of dollars every single year. Obviously, that has to go into the reciprocal treatment as well. You cannot have a situation where our country, our auto companies, our tech companies are just a piggy bank for Europe. Enough is enough. The president is going to insist on fair treatment.
Welcome to Liberty Falls. Population? Well, less than yesterday. Never been so glad to see backup arrive. Hell, I'm lucky I'm still in one piece. I need you to look for survivors, subdue any threats. Help me save this town. Copy? Alpha, search the area. We've got 3 Janus science personnel missing. Their knowledge is critical to mission success. We take care of our own.
right in the goal.
Max armor.
Oh, I will watch this.
You know, Box.
Oh
You have a
man,
really fine line between love
I
and dark,
cannot
murderous
fucking
fucking
believe
rage
it.
to me.
But this girl,
You want to be friends today?
Yep.
Is that it?
she's fucking back. And trying to explain why, well, I'll just play.
Talk to a Girl's Back was a podcast that was immediately disavowed by nearly everyone in it who said, oh, we think there might have been insider trading involved. The podcast was not supposed to go live. They f***ed it up every step of the way. They leaked the podcast, and then they posted it when it was supposed to be canceled. They f***ed it up twice, and the third was the launch itself. Lying. The episode got out there now with everyone. Yeah, this is the type of complete chapter for the and I started this. I wanted to do it because yes, we the boogeyman
I don't know how, but it feels like the stupid box is
Scary guy,
snacking at
let
me.
me tell you, don't ever want to have
I'm just
conversation
gonna
with
pretend
him.
it's a side effect from the wonky sodas. Box, you know exactly what this girl wants.
I'm Joe Rogan in Chicago, guys. It's not a striking figure. You're going to be scared of me. If you see a person, you're not going to be like, oh, you know? Relax. Let's have a conversation. And I also thought this was weird because some lawyer invited her to go. In fact, like, really wanted to on this show. And kept telling me how much is well come on my podcast.
Yeah.
Then he is, Baltimore. Scary. Don't talk for possibility.
Any chance you can spit out a fresh meat pie?
I'm not a lawyer. Haley would like to have you on as a guest on her podcast. You'd be the first guest to build crypto token launch. And we can
What's
script
the
the
catch?
amount of views. Would be very
Sorry,
friendly.
force a habit.
Yeah, you don't know me. She really likes you. Wow. She just want to have a conversation with me. Look at him.
So they invited him onto the podcast. Why would they even do that? That's the dumbest thing you
Wish you
could
warned me
possibly
about
do.
Splash Zone, Cat? What a pat to Poncho.
Why? You know, I turned into,
You wanted to beat him up?
the most scary thing in the world. Now, I've been questions, I need details. I understand more details come to light. You understand?
I love how these people love to abstract the fact that they're scamming people with fake money into this really complex, unravelable fucking tapestry of narratives and realities that are interwoven that you can't even possibly fathom unless you somehow end up agreeing with them. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Am I crazy for seeing this? Like, every time that there's like all these details and all this information, like, how is there any information we need to know about this? It's so fucking simple. It's crazy.
She does care about her fans.
Way to swat that fuck out.
Well, it's throwing law through. All been very traumatic for her. And she needs to come on the show. But the podcast,
I think they absolutely invited him on so they can make him seem like he's okay with her, like she's in the clear and everything's okay. I think that's 100% what they were trying to do.
the first episode of 2025. Looking at, I was on it. To be honest, I was like, wow, I could be on the talk to a show.
Yeah.
But, of course, I don't want to have something that makes you scared.
I'll pummel you, Red.
Yeah, and I felt that question did not been answered that should have been such as what would you bring to get love and with not how to partner, right? You're supporting.
How does making a meaningful
I'll make this look easy. But it's not. It's not at all.
It
I
doesn't.
hate it. Just want beer.
What's fun about losing money? Are most people that go that they're going to put money in the hawk to a point better off or worse off? These are the questions that need to
Tough
be
luck,
answered.
tank face. No giant stuffed bear for you.
Basically, Haley Watch's position is, oh, I was a victim. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yes.
I didn't know how much. I was barely going to make money. 125K plus, like, you know, half of 10% of the tokens. Last year, it's like a terrible deal. I got to take advantage of. But it's awesome. That was kind of their position. And all I wanted to know was, you know, give me the contract. Sure.
I think, yeah, sure, exactly, right? Yeah, that's the fucking thing. It's like it's easy to say this whenever we're not actually looking at it, because they're the ones explaining it to you.
But that's the truth. And unfortunately, they were not able to give he's not able to. In addition to Sherry said,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I said, you can't verify anything you say then. Even what you told me about the 50% split, which I have heard.
Yeah, so, and then he said, if you go on the podcast, we'll show it to you? Wait, so let me get this straight. They're only able to disclose confidential
beer in
legal
there.
information
You gotta
if
kick.
you go on a podcast? Which statute of limitations decides that? Oh, that's right.
What I was going to make 50%.
What a bunch of dick suckers.
And you kind of told me, no,
Are you kidding me?
You just made
my God.
his top 10 worst experiences ever.
You know, I don't know. I even pinned a comment on it, which was on there. I said, I have no idea if that's real. He says, come take the podcast, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I thought this was really silly, and that's weird.
No, it's not weird. You're basically doing quid pro quo. You're saying, if you come on our side, we'll let you know what happened before the fact. So it's like, we want you to write a blank check to come on the podcast, and after you give us that blank check, then we'll tell you it's such a check. It's just so obviously manipulative. It's unbelievable. You want to make money? We'll let you make. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Because, and again, he made the argument that he doesn't want the contract shares. So what's the logic? So now he's already in the legal contract that you went on the podcast. I'm going to be honest. Right there, right off the bat, total fucking scam, absolute scumbag. It's not even a question.
Not even like much person.
Local drug dealers have more integrity than this. Really. It's embarrassing. This is $1 million operation and you can't, like, this is pathetic.
That's super weird. And in general, I find that in these situations, going on people's podcasts where I'm recording on them, they are
Yum. Use the bold flavor of rancid spinach without sacrificing the wallpaper paste texture.
kind of control the situation so
The
they
rest
look
just
as
went in my
good as
mouth.
possible. But I'm just not. I don't think that ever reporting on a scam is like go on. Because it's going to a large amount of their audience, that is stupid. Now, how do they know their audience is stupid? Well, because
I
they
promise
put
you,
out
Doc,
a
I can be a much bigger prick than you, so don't fuck
You're
with me.
basically saying, hey guys, you're dumb. So I say, no thank you.
Yeah. Look who won the space race.
Well, they bring me because they think it's like the closest thing to what I did as well on the live stream. Sure. So he was sort of one of the people that wrote.
Extraction drug in your
I
air.
thought, okay, that's a
Limited
pretty
time.
natural guy to bring on your podcast. Now, naturally, FaZe Banks reached out to me and said, hey, I'm probably going to do this podcast. Do you have any questions that you'd like to get answered? I said, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see that content. Now, spoiler alert, FaZe Banks is the leader. They didn't
You thought all that armor'd make a fucking difference?
The mysterious contract.
Well, show it. But he also told me, look, we're going to tell everything. He's not talking about this stuff.
Close enough,
That's
fucking show.
talking about it. There's a truck on the corner. That's sort of how you guys got into this mess. This would be a disaster to do that. So,
I want you to know, when all this fuckery is over, I'm like you most of all. Right through you, brother sausages. Coming through.
In general, because she's on their payroll and they get a kickback with the money that they make with the content. It's in their financial best interest for her to work for.
it's like a dream get for Haley Buck. Like, this is amazing for her. And because she thinks basically going to, like, make it be like, oh, well, you didn't really mean to do that, right? But, you know, he's going to ask some questions, whatever. Well, turns out,
Right.
that didn't go so well.
Where's the ladder?
Because when this podcast well, because these things. He said, I agree to work this podcast back. I had heavy stipulations of not letting the market get negative. He said, her team finding a real solution regarding the money. These people, insider.
These incompetent fucking retards.
Trainnn chosen. We noticed a random spike in volume on the coin the day we did the podcast, along with random messages after we did the podcast.
Wait, so they didn't make enough money with the first one, so now they're trying to get this guy to come on to rehab her image so they can do people with it again? They're trying to go for the double dip? Oh my god! This is crazy.
Are you guys getting this?
The double rug, yes! Whoever does it. I mean, that's the double rug.
Don't let it escape.
It's almost impressive how fucking scummy it is.
Somebody frustrated the podcast is viable point.
That's true. Yes.
Everyone's gonna like it when they release this podcast. Talk about the like, what do you want to re-victimize?
Yeah, that's
so
what they want to do.
they call off the like, look, most camera Lord, up to us, hey, we're out. We're up. But today, the episode got leaked. Apparently, there's an agreement. The podcast is never going out, but today it got leaked. Because some of the
You just don't want to.
Take it from a smuggler who knows.
That's why you're saying it.
Heads
If you
are
already
basically
got sued by
pineapples
Logan
filled with
Paul,
jam.
and you don't want to deal with two lawsuits at the same time, I understand it. Now, if I was going to flip a coin, what would be the probability that it lands on the side that says that they leave it on purpose? I would go at about 90%. I'd assume about 90%. Now, maybe not. But usually when an incident personal injury occurs, it's not a coincidence. And especially when lightning strikes twice such a clip.
We say in the biz, got plenty more where that came from.
like what about the logical, people are saying, show. Here's Nick Sturto saying, I've got tears.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my fruit fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out the pieces and stuff and like get all this figured out and make everything right. I'm trying to figure out.
Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
No, you're not.
That's right, bitch. You a scammer.
Bang, bang. Bang, yes. And yes. It's like, this is from the system up. Because he thought come on. And he's like, okay, I'll do this, but I want to ask you the right questions and everything. Like, he's not as into it as Coffin is. He said, alright, fuck it up. And then, they wanted to straight up. and then drag it into this bullshit so they can double dip on scamming street
Down,
songs.
you big red pile of ass.
Well, yeah. But it's still funny. I'm getting that. He didn't get part of it, and they posted what? You don't believe it.
No, he doesn't want to go. I'm gonna watch it.
Y'all understand how insane that is?
Look at how this idea got brought to me. It was supposed to be like a, more like on a long-term plan. And the guy that breaks it was like, oh, this is like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto's
Gotta hand it to you, machine. You do not disappoint.
Why is it that every single person, like who's crypto enthusiasts or Reddit revolutionists? I think this is basically a race to the fucking bottom. It's crazy how bad this is. Oh my god. Oh, it's the same person.
And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it. And it just didn't come out clean. It's like,
Yeah, of course you didn't plan on it being back. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. Alright, let's watch it. Here we go.
I want to start with thank you all my first fans and all the people that actually watch this stuff. People are thinking, we're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff, like get all this figured out and make everything
Get your
right.
ass out here, Wilderbird. Wouldn't want you to lose your
Make
precious
everything right.
gold
Okay.
leaves.
Hang tight.
We're gonna be.
Too many buggies on the
Well,
ground.
listen, after your check, I just want to say, the person who set me up was the minute that's it.
You like that? I know I told you like this.
Also, that is too like
90
Drag your point in sight.
I'm just saying. I'm
there's very good comment. I keep this very fucking right now. Now it's been the last week. I've got this episode sucked with
They're all in.
that's it's because I was really
Got a full house. We're out of here.
whenever I was like, I was
You just give up a minute. Well, so basically, how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like a, well, like a long-term plan. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're going to change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto's going to be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it. It just didn't go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fire.
and I'm matching. Me, Ricky, I'll match you, whatever. It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get all exactly what happened. I think that's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything that happened with these partners and this launch and in crypto and what makes this bad and what makes what happens maybe even good and what makes Trump good. Right? I want to get through all that.
This reminds me a lot of a lot of like Nigerian prince scams. They intentionally used bad English in order to only attract the dumbest of the dumb, because they know that a normal person with average comprehension will be able to tell that it's a scam. So like maybe this is the same thing, where it's just like so obviously disingenuous and stupid that you basically have it act as a filter to only bring in